In the lab activity, we discussed about when acids react with metals. When acids react with metal, always they liberate hydrogen gas. Means here, when acids react with metals, they liberate hydrogen gas. Means in all the acids, hydrogen element, all the acid, it contains hydrogen element. Is it true? We have to find out. So for this we have to do an activity whether all the acids containing this hydrogen element or these hydrogen ions are not. For this we have one more activity. What is this activity? To investigate whether all compounds containing hydrogen or acids are not. Once again I am repeating, actually when an acid combines with the metals, they liberate hydrogen gas. Means whatever the acid if you take, it contains hydrogen element. Is it true? For this we are going to do an activity. For this you have to take a beaker. You have to take a beaker. In this beaker, you take two graphite rods to conduct electricity. So these two are the graphite rods and fix at the center of that beaker. And to this, we have to give the circuit connection. So take wires. This is two different wires we have to take. This which one which is blue color. You have to fix connect this wire to 230 volts of AC plug. 230 means that voltage. 230 volts to this plug, and plug is nothing but you have to on the switch and off the switch, and through this switch to the bulb. This is the bulb, and from bulb to another graphite rod you must connect with the another color. One graphite rod, one color of the wire, and another graphite rod you must connect with another color wire. Now complete this circuit and complete this circuit connections. And in the beaker you must take dilute hydrochloric acid. You must take dilute hydrochloric acid. First, what is our activity? Whether all the acids contain this hydrogen element or not. So that's why we will take the different types of solution. Here I took the dilute hydrochloric acid. Instead of that you can take different types of solution like sugar water or sulfuric acid. Here I wrote you see glucose, alcohol. Here already I took hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. You take the different solutions. And first you take the dilute hydrochloric acid and we'll start our activity. Complete the circuit connections and all. And now when you switch on, then after some time here where the current is passing through this circuit, when the current is passing through this circuit, you observe whether the bulb is glowing or not. So in case of dilute hydrochloric acid, bulb glows. Why does that bulb glows? Because for the passage of current in any solution, it requires ions. Ions carries the current in the solutions. Means here whatever the solution we took, hydrochloric acid. So this hydrochloric acid, when the current is passing through this solution, it is splitting into the ions. Means H plus and OH minus ions. H plus and Cl minus ions, like this. What is an ion? Ion is nothing but the atom, this element, either it is losing or gaining the electrons. When it is losing the electrons, it gets positive charge, then we'll call it as cation. When an atom is gaining the electrons, it gets negative charge, and we'll call it as anion. So these ions are, due to these ions of the solutions, the bulb glows. Means here whatever you are taken this dilute hydrochloric acid, it contains H plus ions. It contains H plus, means hydrogen element is present in that dilute hydrochloric acid. Now remove this acid and you take the glucose, and instead of dilute hydrochloric acid you fill in this beaker this glucose solution and do this same and check the bulb is glowing or not. But in the glucose solution, bulb does not glows. Why? The glucose solution, it does not split into ions, or otherwise it does not contains ions. It does not contains ions. So next, coming to the alcohol. So pour alcohol and you check. In this case also, that bulb does not glows. Now you take sulfuric acid. You take the sulfuric acid and once again you check. And in this case, the bulb glows. Why does that bulb glows? Because in this sulfuric acid H2SO4, again it splits into ions. It splits into H plus and SO4 minus. Like that, anions and cations, it is splitting. So due to that, there is a glow in. There is the bulb is glowing. Here H2SO4 also, it contains hydrogen element. It contains hydrogen element. So through this activity, we can confirm that whatever the acid we take, it contains H plus ions. It contains H plus ions. Same. Instead of acids, if you take bases, what does that bases contain? If you take acids, they contain all the acids, they contain H plus ions. Is it, we will apply for the bases. Is that bases contain, or what ions does bases contains? For this, instead of this acid, you take base. For example, you take sodium hydroxide. You can take any base. Here I am taking a sodium hydroxide. Take it and arrange this circuit arrangements and then switch on. When you switch on, check it. The bulb glows or not. Bulb glows. Why does that bulb glows? Because here in the sodium hydroxide also, it is splitting into ions. It is splitting into ions. It is splitting into Na plus and OH minus ions. Because of this OH minus ions, the bulb is glowing. In earlier case, in acids, due to the H plus ions, not bulb is not glowing for that reason. Means acids contains H plus ions. Here the bases contains OH minus ions. Next, instead of that, you can take any base and find out in all the cases the bulb is glowing or not. So from this activity, we came to know that all the acid, it contains H plus ions, and all the bases, it contains OH minus ions.